The reason why I'd rather buy Inu instead of Dogecoin is very simple. It's because I'm looking for potential gains and I'm not looking for dinosaurs, man. I'm not an archaeologist. But even though nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee, if let's say Inu were to go to a $5 billion market cap during this bull run, considering current circulating supply, that would be around a 54x from here. Now, if you're wondering what price it would have at that point, I do showcase it on the screen. But even besides that, on the contrary, if let's say Dogecoin were to do a 54x from here, at that point, the price would be nearly $6 and the market cap, considering current circulating supply, would be around $870 billion. I mean, come on, man. Do I think that Dogecoin is going to do complete caca during this bull run? No. The community is strong, very passionate, so I still think it's going to do well. But in my opinion, I think that Inu could do a lot better. And I think it's going to do hypothetically very fantastic because if let's say we tone things down a bit, right? What's more likely to do even over like a 30x during this bull run? Dogecoin or Inu? I think hands down Inu because market cap is below $100 million. I mean, you got to think about that. This is how insane Inu is. Now, of course, it's in a good way and not in a bad way because some people out there like to think that, oh, wow, when the price drops, that means it's caca. But the way I view it is that the lower something is, the more room it has to grow. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, a lot of people out there, they want to FOMO into Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. It's their choice. But personally, for me, I don't want to do that because, again, I'm looking for potential gains here. I'm not looking for minimal gains, if that makes sense. That's not what I'm trying to look for. If I want to look for something like that, I'll just go into stocks or something like that. But I'm not going to do that, man. I believe in the future of cryptocurrencies because I believe that the hype for meme coins is going to jump back in again. I mean, it's only logical, right? You take a look at how meme coins, they're fun, they're exciting, they're enticing. People like that, naturally. Now, of course, am I saying that fundamentally amazing projects are going to disappear? No, they have their own place, but meme coins have their own place as well. It's like when we go to the movie theater. Sometimes people want to watch Fast and Furious. They just want to have fun, man. Maybe they don't really want to get engaged or something like that, if they make sense, right? Sometimes they don't want to watch a romantic comedy or something like that, right? Sometimes they want to look for something fun, something exciting. But then sometimes it's a different vibe. Sometimes, Netflix, we want to watch a documentary. Hey, there's a time and place for that as well, right? So when it comes to each category for a project, it has its own niche, it has its own vibe. And I think when it comes to Inu, again, being a meme coin, it's going to benefit it because, again, people naturally like fun and amazing projects, much like meme coins, which of course I think hypothetically includes Inu. Now, not to mention, the amazing thing about Inu is the fact that when it comes to, its presence, it's very fantastic because, after all, it's an Avalanche meme coin. Now, oftentimes, people focus on Solana meme coins, Ethereum meme coins, and I think that, some of them are great. But when it comes to Avalanche, man, I think sometimes people ignore, just the potential of, its qualities. Because if you take a look at Avalanche, is it really lacking when it compares to a Solana or Algorand? No, I mean, Avalanche is very fast, it's very scalable, very low in gas fees. These are pretty much the traits that people often look for when it comes to a layer 1 blockchain. Yet, oftentimes, people ignore Avalanche, which makes no sense. And I think that Inu, quite essentially being the most established, arguably, I would say, Avalanche meme coin out there, it's going to benefit it greatly moving forward. Because you take a look at Book a Meme, Dog with Hat. Why were they so amazing? It's because once the hype for Solana kicked in, they grew along with the ride, these Solana meme coins. And I think it's going to be no different when it comes to Inu, because guess what happens when the hype for Avalanche really kicks in? I'm not saying right now because, granted, Avalanche is a pretty big project, but I think that it really hasn't gained the hype and attention that the Solana has. But it's just a matter of time because people oftentimes in the world of cryptocurrencies, they like to move on, right? Initially, people like Bitcoin, and then people like Ethereum. They like Solana, they like BNB. Now, I think it's only natural they like something like Avalanche because it's just a natural evolution. At least that's the way to take a look at it. So again, once that FOMO kicks in for Avalanche, guess what's going to happen? They're going to pay attention to the projects on Avalanche, and not only just these DeFi, NFT projects. I'm not talking about that. I think they're also going to focus on Avalanche meme coins. So when it comes to Inu, man, I think its future could look so bright. And by the way, if you want a hidden gem meme coin, so to speak, feel free to join my Discord. I link it in the description below. I talk about a lot of meme coins out there. I talk about my exit strategy, my buying strategy. in greater detail, so I think you all would really love it. But yeah, even besides that point, I think there are better days ahead when it comes to Koch Inu, even despite not, necessarily defeating like a Pepe or something like that as of right now. I still think that, again, better days are ahead. Now, here's the thing. People oftentimes like to say that this bull run is going to be trash, or, it's going to be caca, it's going to be all this type of stuff. But I really disagree, because all the factors that I see right now are pointing towards such a legendary bull run. Now, hypothetically, of course, but we have to take this into consideration. Such amazing enterprise adoption as of right now. Amazing institutional investors. You also take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF, and just the sheer fact that there's over 600 million crypto owners. That's over 500 million, by the way, according to Crypto.com research. And this is more than ever before in history. Even back in 2021, we saw nowhere near this many crypto owners. Back then, even during the peak of that bull run that year, again, in 2021, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. So now we basically have like double that amount. You can only imagine, right? But here's the thing. I'll stick with my strategy, dollar cost averaging, anytime earned income, acquiring, holding, and just waiting. I'm going to stick with that because I do believe that when it comes to Koch Inu, I just like to keep things simple. I'm not a day trader. I don't use leverage. I don't swing trade. I don't do any of this type of stuff. I just like to keep things simple because I believe in Avalanche. You take a look at, for instance, me. I like Trader Joe. People oftentimes like to say that, hey, it's the best, decentralized exchange on Avalanche. And I believe in that. I really do believe in this Avalanche ecosystem because I think that, again, a lot of the times people like to say, hey, it's the little brother to Algorand, the little brother to Solana. It's just absolutely dominated by Ethereum. But I think that's completely disrespectful. I mean, come on, man. When it comes to Avalanche, is it the most well-known out there? Is it the most flashy? No. But I think that in terms of pure fundamentals, it's truly one of the best. A lot of people out there, they like to say that it's caca, but no, I disagree. I think Koch Inu is, again, in the right place. And if you think about it, you have to take a look at how back in March, which I get is kind of like ages ago at this point, but it's still relevant nonetheless, because the Avalanche Foundation snaps up Kimbo, which is another meme coin I'm bullish on, but even besides that, and even Koch Inu as first meme coin investment. Now, they also accumulated several other tokens, but you get my point, right? As a matter of fact, the foundation first said in December it would invest in meme coins as part of a digital culture drive. So when it comes to the Avalanche Foundation, they understand, the potential of meme coins. They understand that, hey, it's not just like hype, it's not just Dogecoin and Shiba, there's others as well. So I think this right here could be so amazing when it comes to the future of Koch Inu. Now, granted, this was ages ago. The price of Koch Inu has dumped quite a bit ever since then. But you have to consider this, right? When the market cap was above $400 million, no one was complaining about Koch Inu. Now they're all saying it's trash, it's caca. But again, I think there are better days ahead. And you got to consider how a $5 billion market cap is so minuscule. Dogecoin reached over 80 billion, SHIB reached around 40 billion. So that's like peanuts in the grand scheme of things. And again, it's not like it has to defeat a SHIB or Doge because $5 billion market cap, again, is already over a 50x from here. So it's not bad whatsoever by any means. I'm so bullish on Koch Inu, but again, only time will tell. And it's not like we have to really wait that much longer. Around a year from right now, we could very well see altcoins peak as a worst case scenario because the last Bitcoin halving event happened back in April. So 18 months is usually, again, a worst case scenario for altcoins to peak, historically speaking. That would mean October of next year. Granted, could it happen sooner? Absolutely. But again, around 6 months, a year from right now, I think things could look so different because just imagine once Bitcoin goes to the price of 100,000, 150,000, man, I think that when it comes to the meme coin season, it could look so fantastic. At that point, a $5 billion market cap for Koch Inu, that right there wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think better days are ahead. And if I could only put all my eggs into one basket, let's say during this bull run, Koch Inu or Dogecoin, hands down is Koch Inu. I think it has arguably much more room to grow. And I think that it's on the right place, aka Avalanche. And I really just can't wait. I'm so bullish on it. And again, a $5 billion market cap during this bull run, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Mali the Captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.